Many people tend to confuse high self-esteem for pride, low self-esteem for humility. Today I'm going to enlighten you concerning high self-esteem in humility. So watch out not to be feeding your pride, thinking that you're building your self-esteem.
Be inspired, be motivated, be enlightened in topics such as relationships, leadership, business, healthy living, and much more with your hosts, Dianankatha.
Wow, high self-esteem in humility. Think about it. The importance of this topic is to help you understand how you can build your self-esteem and still be humbled. Many people tend to relate high self-esteem with pride, but there is a difference between high self-esteem and pride. Pride is more of an attitude, is the excessive feeling of self-worth at the expense of other people's happiness, while high self-esteem is the feeling of self-worth while respecting other people's happiness. So high self-esteem is not all about being the nosiest, being the cheekiest, being the funniest, being the smartest, being the loudest. No. In my previous video, I talked about how to deal with low self-esteem. And so let us see if you're feeding your ego, trying to build your self-esteem, or you're building your self-esteem in the right manner. Thank you guys for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate when you give me your feedback, you give me your comments, you like my video. It really encourages me. And that's why I'm here today to talk to you about high self-esteem in humility. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly subscribe. You're going to be enlightened. You're going to enjoy the show. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to invest on yourself. And this is going to help you in your life daily activities. So today we're going to talk about high self-esteem in humility. Right now, many of you are asking yourself, how does high self-esteem relate with humility? How can you have high self-esteem and still be humble? But there's a problem. Many people tend to misinterpret when you have high self-esteem and pride. Maybe you may be having high self-esteem and you're acting as if you're proud of yourself. Or maybe you're proud of yourself thinking that you have high self-esteem. Wow. Tricky sana. So let us see how you can have high self-esteem and still be humble in life. So it is high self-esteem in humility. My first point concerning high self-esteem in humility is living a conscious life. What do I mean by this? Be real with yourself.
Stop faking it until you make it.
That's why many people misinterpret your high self-esteem with pride. All you want to do is to prove yourself, to prove that you're the best to other people. Through living a real life, you're able to appreciate yourself. You're able to love yourself more because you know this is who you are, and now you are able to come out of it in the society and present yourself in the rightful manner. My second point, under the same point, living a conscious life, is decision making. Decision making is all about have your own values and principles, understand who you are, what you like and what you don't like. And through this, you're able to act according to what is best for you, trust your own judgment, and not feeling guilty when other people don't like your choices. Anyway, you can always be polite when you tell someone that this and this doesn't fit me and I don't like it. Be assertive in your decision making, and that is going to make you live a conscious life. My second point is practice self-acceptance. Through forgiveness, you can be able to attain self-acceptance. In my previous video, I talked about how you can forgive yourself. So first, embrace your mistake, accept the mistake, then forgive yourself and move on. Through this, you're able to accept who you are at the moment and you forget about the past and move on. Learn how to recognize your efforts, your baby step efforts. Appreciate yourself. This is going to increase your self-love. Recognize other people. I learn how to appreciate other people. Tell someone, you look so good, you're dressing, I love your dress, I love your hairstyle, I love. In this manner, you're able to recognize the good in other people. And the more you recognize the good in other people, you'll be this kind of a person. You'll recognize the positive vibes in your life. You're going to appreciate every positive thing that is going to happen in your life. But if this person, Anytime you meet with someone, you're judging them, you're gossiping about them, you are correcting their mistake, their hairstyle look like this. There's no anytime you alter a positive things to someone else's life, is the same thing will happen to you. There's no any single time you're going to see anything positive in your life. You're going to be always complaining, and this will automatically affect your self-esteem, because all you can see is the bad thing in your life. But when you appreciate yourself, you appreciate other people, you love yourself, you forgive yourself, you embrace who you are, obviously you're going to have high self-esteem. And it takes humility to appreciate another person's effort, to appreciate their dressing code, to appreciate their appearance. It's because of you have high self-esteem in humility. That's why I was saying, watch out not to be feeding on your ego, thinking that you're feeding on your self-esteem. With that point concerning high self-esteem in humility is being responsible. Be responsible of your own mistake. Accept that you've done a mistake and apologize. Know that now you have high self-esteem, you can say sorry. High self-esteem in humility is when you embrace your mistake and apologize. The second point about it is be responsible of your own reputation. Now know that you have high self-esteem, you care less about other people's judgment, other people's thoughts about you. You're living a reckless life. You're everywhere. You're dressing the way you want. You're in church, you're talking anywhere holy. You don't respect other people. You understand? So you're in a society and people are looking up to you. The way you dress, the way you talk, the way you carry yourself, you have to be responsible of your own reputation. Because high self-esteem is not all about being the loudest, being the craziest, being the cheeky one, being the funniest. No, you have to be responsible of your own reputation. I know you have self-esteem. It's the dignity in you. What's your dignity? You have to also have integrity in you. How you're carrying yourself along. That's high self-esteem. And when you see somebody who has the dignity and integrity in themselves and the mind about other people's welfare and your own welfare, that's called emotional intelligence. You can see this person indeed, they have high self-esteem and the worth of your respect. You can automatically respect them, love them, and appreciate them. So be mindful of who you are around people and be composed always. My third point is practice self-assertiveness. What do I mean by this? Be a man of your own words. Embrace who you become. Be confident with yourself. Many people tend to change according to people's judgment, opinion, or criticism. But whenever you know who you are and you embrace your nature, your character, you're going to be confident with whatever you've become. But now, I don't mean that when you have high self-esteem, you're not teachable, you can't be told, you're unapproachable. No, when you have self-esteem, in any criticism, in any judgment, there are always some truth in it. And if you see some people are criticizing you concerning a certain character, do not take it personally. Do not embrace the all negativity in it. Try to understand, what is it wrong? What have you done wrong? What is the mistake? You understand? So that you can be able to grow out of it. But if you're claiming you have high self-esteem with pride and you can't be corrected, you can't correct yourself. People criticize you, but you continue staying in the same state. What will happen is, no matter how much people are going to criticize you or the judgment, you're going to be bitter with yourself. You're going to be bitter with them, but you're not growing. What about this? You're having high self-esteem in humility, but anytime somebody corrects you, they criticize you, you can figure out some truth and you're not building yourself. You're overcoming it. You're not taking the criticism personally, but you're taking the positive vibe in the criticism and you build yourself. The reason I'm saying this is that in every joke, there's some truth in it. And also in every criticism, there's some truth in it. People take reality so that they can hurt you with it. But if you correct the mistake or your weakness, you can be able to build yourself. Your weakness can be your strength. That's why people tend to say, when life gives you lemon, have lemonade. Lemon is bitter, but when you make lemonade out of the lemon, it becomes sweeter. It's the same thing. The same point, when people try to throw stones at you, thinking that they are hurting you, you're building a mansionette, you're building a house for yourself. It's the same thing. When people try to hurt you with negative vibes, pick the whatever can add value in your life. Pick the positive vibe. Pick anything that is going to add value. Human beings, we have a nature to filter things. You can be able to filter bad from good. You can be able to know this is bad and this is good. And out of it, you are capable to know this is what you can do to improve yourself.
So when people throw stones at you, kindly build a mansion for yourself, and this will really help you in life.
Wow. My fifth point is living a purposeful life. There's nothing fulfilling as living a purposeful life. You know your value in your life. You know your importance. You know what you can add value in the society, in your own personal life. How can you live a purposeful life? First, make sure you have long-term goals and short-term goals. And if you have long-term goals, make sure you break the long-term goals into smaller plans and strategies so that you can be able to attain. That's what successful people do. They normally break down their plans into smaller strategies so that they can attain bigger things. The important thing concerning short-term goals and breaking down your plans to smaller strategies is that it will keep you moving. You're going to recognize the small effort. Sometimes we normally exhaust ourselves with bigger dreams, with bigger tasks, but in each and everything, it starts from a step. It's something that you have to be patient with yourself so that you can go step by step. So make sure you break down your goals to smaller strategies. This will help you not to give up. You're able to recognize your efforts and being patient with yourself and encouraging yourself. The more you attain the smaller bits of your goals is the more you're feeling fulfilled, you're feeling happy. Small by small, you're going to keep focused until you attain your long-term goals. The second thing concerning the same point is it's going to keep you focused. Each and every day you have something to do in the aim of attaining the long-term goals. You have something you can do so that you can fulfill yourself, so that you can fulfill that dream you want to live, that future that you desire, you know. And there's no one hopeless as someone who doesn't know their purpose in this life. They'll always grab anything that comes on their way. It doesn't matter if they're laying low. It doesn't matter if it's trash, it is rubbish. Someone comes and they pick it. Anything that is on their way, they'll take whatever job. They will take whatever it is that it will keep them alive. Many people say bora uhai, but it's not all about uhai. You're breathing in and out. You are a human being. You need to feel happiness. You deserve the best. You need to feel appreciated. You need to have your own achievement. You need to have your own goals. You need to strive. You need to work on yourself. That's self-investment. People need to recognize you. You need to, you know that present, that importance. You're worthy. You understand? My last thing I want to conclude is God resists the proud and lifteth the humble. So in each and everything you do, make sure you humble yourself. I've tried to show you how you can have high self-esteem and still express yourself in humility. And through this, you're going to achieve greater things. Don't be unteachable, unapproachable. Make sure you teach yourself, correct yourself, embrace your mistake, forgive yourself. You understand? All these things are going to add impact in your life. It can only add impact in your life if you follow them, if you practice them. One thing concerning the Enlightenment Show, I normally give you real life scenario so that you can be able to apply them. Try all the best to apply each and everything and you're going to see. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly subscribe. The reason I really encourage you guys to subscribe so that someone else can be recommended my video, and when this video reaches as many people as possible, I'm having that fulfillment to know your life is growing, your life has been touched, your life has been corrected, you're working on yourself so that you can succeed. That's my purpose, that's my fulfillment, and I'm living a fulfilled life, a purposeful life. So always purpose to live a purposeful life. And for those who have been watching till the end, I want to say thank you so much. Kindly make sure you share this video. You don't know who needs it more, and the more people they get it, the more they're going to share, they're going to learn, and you're going to have as many feedback as possible. Finally, comment, like. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye bye. I love you so much. I hope you've all learned something.